Well, the LNER Stadium in York, they're setting for this afternoon's game between the York City Knights and the Halifax Panthers. Both teams putting long winning streaks on the line. York City have won the last 7, Halifax Panthers have won the last 6. York sitting in third in the table, 9 wins from 11 games. And the only teams they've lost to this season, inevitably Leigh and Featherstone. Halifax poor start to the season, but they're picking up now, putting the wins together. The last few weeks they've had some big scores. I don't expect it'll be a big scoring game this afternoon, despite the fact that York City Knights have played 3 more games than Halifax due to their progress in the Challenge Cup. They've actually only scored 12 more points, but the defence is tough, very tough, and James Ford will be expecting them to work really hard this afternoon. Only had 20 players to pick from to name his squad, depleted by a long injury list, which includes Levi Edwards, Brad Ward, Ollie Butterworth, Paulie, Ronan Michael. Massimo Tongo was a doubt before this game after coming off with a calf issue. Brendan O'Hagan missing. Halifax without Greg Worthington, Matty G, Brad Knowles still recovering from injury. Jacob Fairbank still serving suspension. Ben Kavanagh pulled out with a thigh strain, so Simon Griggs has exercised his option to bring in Ollie Roberts from Huddersfield as a straight swap for Ben Kavanagh. There's a Irish international, formerly with the Bulls. Teams this afternoon for Halifax: James Woodburn Hall lines up at number 1, Lachlan Walmsley and James Saltonstall on the wings. Only 4 tries for James Saltonstall this season, but Lachlan Walmsley's hitting form. He's scored 5 in his last 3. Ben Tibbs scored 3 in 1 game last week against the Sheffield Eagles. Joe Arundel the other centre, Louis Jouffre, Joe Keys the half-backs, and Joe Keys 42 goals this season. He's hit 100 points for the season last week as Joe Keys. Will Colcott, Brandon Moore, Dan Murray, the run on front row. Oliver Roberts with Matt Garside in the second row. Adam Tangata at the back of the scrum. Kyle Wood, Titus Quasi, Kevin Laroya and Ed Barber on the bench. Halifax will of course lose Matt Garside for the next game against Shrewsbury, which is a week on Tuesday, due to the Challenge Cup final next week. That game rearranged so Halifax could have as much time as possible before they play Leigh Centurions away the following Sunday. And the York City Knights, led out by Chris Clarkson. Matty Marsh is a fullback this afternoon for them. Joe Brown and Will Oakes on the wings. James Glover and Bailey Antrobus makes his debut, arriving this week from the St George Illawarra Dragons in Australia and looking to possibly make it into the well side for the World Cup later this year. Liam Harris, well, needs no extra motivation as a former Halifax player to lead this York team to victory. And Jamie Ellis, who's just come back at the right time. He's 6 weeks out with injury recently as Ellis, and he is a prolific player. Props Massimo Tongo and Ronan Dixon with Will Jubb the hooker. Danny Kermond, who has been around a long time now, made his debut back in 2015, did Danny Kermond. He was with Featherstone from 2005 to 2007. Chris Clarkson, former Leeds player, in the second row. Jordan Thompson locks up the scrum for the York City Knights. Sam Davis, Jack Teamby, Marcus Stock and Joe Potter are the replacements for James Ford's side. And Joe Keys will get the match underway. Kicks into the arms of Liam Harris, and Harris tackled by Roberts and Arundel. And Ronan Dixon not making too many metres before Moran Tangata put him down. Some big forwards in this York side. Thompson is midway between the 30 and 40 on the first set of 6, and Massimo Tongo is put down. Well, Halifax will be looking to match York with the intensity in defence. Thompson goes for a second run, gets over halfway. Referee this afternoon is Ben Thaler, who's just signalling the last tackle. Harris will get his kick away despite pressure from Brandon Moore. James Woodburn-Hall, another man who was on the score sheet last week. And he's hopped one from Ronan Dixon there. Looked a bit high, but referee had a good view of it, so play continues. Giuffre moves into half-back. Walmsley. It's up to the forwards, but it was Dixon who stops him. Tangata having a little bit more of an effect, and there's a problem there for Danny Kermond. I'm not sure whether that's a dislocated finger perhaps, but Halifax are not hanging about to wait and see, as it's the last tackle there, almost in the red zone. Giuffre will kick across field. It's coming down towards Walmsley and Arundel. Walmsley's tapped it back. Halifax trying to keep it alive, and Tangata looking for the option of a pass, but well, Joe Brown is taking Walmsley out there. And Danny Kermond still receiving attention, while Ben Thaler is going to have a look. Well, he stopped and pulled up straight away, did Kermond, and never moved. He's been in that bent over position since the play continued to the other side of the field. Well, it doesn't look good. The doctor on to Danny Kermond, and he is in all sorts of pain, showing on his face. Well, been around a long time, but not the start of this game. Porter comes on. Will Jubb trying to go from dummy half. Bailey Antrobus runs into a high tackle from Will Colcott. Well, welcome at the UK, Bailey Antrobus. First tackle ends in a penalty, which Harris launches downfield into the Halifax half. And that is not what Simon Grix will want to see his team do. I think the winning team today is one that has the best retention and completion rate in a match that's so tight between York in third, Halifax in fourth. To this side they come, and big tackle. Harry's got the pass away, but Joe Keys hitting Joe Porter. Matongo. Good leg drive from Matongo as he gets York near that Halifax line. Moving the ball about. Ellis, a long pass out, and they've got men on that side. Antrobus going for the corner. Well, that will hearten the York City Knights supporters. What a tremendous run by Antrobus, but good defence by Halifax, managing to hold him up. Well, they know the danger posed by him. They might not have known much about him before this game. Is that a knock on? Ben Taylor's had a look at his officials, and the kick through finds Halifax. Well, Liam Harris, obviously being a part of the Halifax team last season. Perhaps knows some of the frailties of this Halifax team, and one of them there was exposed. Normally goal line defence is pretty good for Halifax, but there was nobody, and it looked like Harris might have knocked that on, but he managed to get his hand on it and place it safely on the ground. And that gives the home team, York City Knights, a 4-0 lead against the Panthers. Who were pushed back with a run from tremendous run from Antrobus on the far side. Well, a happy start for Harris, an unhappy start for Simon Griggs and his team. And Jamie Ellis, who's kicked 22 goals this season, make that 23. And he has scored the same amount of conversions now as Liam Harris to give York another 2 points, extend the lead to 6 points to 0. Joe Keys kicks off again. It's into the arms of Liam Harris again. He'll pass inside to Ronan Dixon. Halifax up to meet Dixon, 15 metres out from the York line. Jordan Thompson takes it over the 20. Halifax trying to restrict the momentum forward. They're going to have to work hard now with Matongo, who almost pushed his way through the defence on his last run. Will Jubb gets it away to Harris. Harris, well, I think it was an attempt at a 40-20, but was never going anywhere near the sideline, but it's forced Woodburn all back. York trying to take advantage of the meterage they'll get with a kick. And they're up there, chase the tackle, chase the ball, make the tackle. Saltonstall tries to go round the outside and spin out of the tackle. He's made good metres back on that run. Back to the 30-metre line. Ben Tibbs trying to go through the tackle of Jubb and Dixon. Walmsley, well, run it into the big men in the middle of the park again. Lachlan Walmsley. Now Dan Murray goes it alone, gets over the York 40-metre line. Last tackle, it'll go to Jouffre for a kick and a tester, but Matty Marsh, the fullback, underneath it in the perfect place. Halifax waiting for him to come down so they can make the tackle. Will Oakes coming inside looking for the ball. York spreading it across the field, and Halifax trying to drive the ball carrier James Glover towards the touchline. Joe Brown going inside, takes the ball over the 30-metre line. There's plenty of support for Halifax here this afternoon, and again they're looking out wide. Can get as far as Antrobus this time. Chris Clarkson, the man caught with the ball. Ellis launches that downfield, and Lachlan Walmsley will run it back again. Well, he's into Glover and Jubb, and they're pushing back towards the Halifax line. Arundel running it up, but he has a man round his legs. He's not going to make it any further than the 30-metre line. Saltonstall passes it off short to Tibbs. Brandon Moore from acting half, trying to catch the defence offside. Clarkson makes the tackle. Colcott to the 40-metre line. Halifax don't seem to be able to get further than this at the moment, and they're resorting back to Joe Keys for the kick. Marsh underneath it, and Keys, following his own kick up, makes the tackle, assisted by Ollie Roberts. 15 metres out from the York line. Quick play the ball. And inside goes Brown, looking for a gap in that Halifax defence but not finding one. And here comes Antrobus again. Well, just getting himself a cult following. After only 10 minutes is Bailey Antrobus. 2 impressive runs. Now back. Tangata does well to make the tackle. And Thompson goes down with the ball. Had the opportunity of a pass but didn't get it away. Woodburn all underneath the ball. Not as much pressure on the Halifax kicker when they collect the ball from the kick as Halifax have put on Matty Marsh. But again, they've got to bring it away from close to their own line. Saltonstall gets the offload away to Jouffre, and Jouffre gets it to Joe Woodburn all. Woodburn all has Walmsley inside him, and Walmsley will go for the line. Brown's not going to catch him. Walmsley dives over and celebrates with the Halifax crowd. So good play by Saltonstall. Got the pass away. And Woodburn all went turning through a gap in the York defence. And there were defenders coming back. Once it got into the hands of Walmsley, nobody was going to catch him. Brown was too far away, and Halifax have hit back. The first time they've been in the red zone with the ball, but they had to do it the hard way from inside their own half. And the Halifax supporters quite happy now, trying to cheer the team on already. Even more reason to now with Joe Keys lining this one up about 5 metres to the right hand side of the uprights and looking to tie up the scores at 6 points all. Well, that's one of his simpler kicks. He's had some from the touchline in recent weeks which he's managed to get. And these could be all important today. Can't afford to miss any. And doesn't miss that one. And the scores all locked up with York City Knights 6, Halifax Panthers 6.
Successful conversion there. That brings the scores to Halifax 6, York City Knights 6.
So it's set Halifax about 5 minutes to respond to that early score. They'll try and bring it back and add to it now, but York determined in defence to make sure Halifax stay as close to their own line as possible as Colcott tried to run it out then. Dan Murray will take it up, meets 3 defenders. Brandon Moore gets it away, and Roberts charges it up to the defence, and the York defence tried to force him towards the touch line. Joe Keys running across the line, gets it away to Jouffre, Garside. We've got the handoff away on Ellis, but tackled by Clarkson as Tangata drives it over halfway back to almost up to the York City Knights 40. And Brandon Moore looked for Jouffre again for the kick. Well, there's plenty of hang time on that one, and that is a good follow-up. It's a good catch by Marsh, but Saltonstall timed his run perfectly to make the tackle on the full-back, and Halifax trying to put the pressure on in defence again. And he's Bailey Antrobus trying to take his team away from their own line, and York supporters calling for a penalty then. Thought Colcott was on for too long, but he's back up and back into the next tackle around the legs is Colcott. York pushing forward. Halifax struggling to restrict the momentum. There's some big forwards carrying the ball forward. They're looking out that far side again, and Antrobus there again. Well, Halifax have seen what he can do almost instantly there to bring down the Australian. Here they come. Harris gets it away to Marsh, and Marsh skipped round Arundel, but tackled by Roberts. Tibbs and Arundel gets in at the second go. Harris go down the short side again, and Roberts, big tackle on Glover there. Trying to Halifax on the short side. Harris, and again it's down this near side with Jordan Thompson. Last tackle, another kick through, is it? Harris going to get caught with the ball. Well, that's turning it over in the right place for York, but it's not the last play that James Ford would have wanted to have seen, I don't think. Harris was looking for this, trying to get into a space where he could get it on his foot and cause problems. Danny Kerman's just come back out from the York dressing room as Woodburn Hall again threatens for Halifax from fullback. Ben Tibbs going forward. More purposeful this from Halifax as they manage to make metres with defenders on them. Saltonstall, not so for him. There were three waiting for him, but Halifax are almost up to halfway. Joe Keys gets it to Tangata, and Tangata steps inside too, and Tangata's charging towards the line, but a great tackle by the fullback Marsh. Halifax looking out wide quick while the referee listening to the screams of the York supporters saying the long pass out wide was forward. It probably was. It was a Harbour Bridge pass over the top. So it'll come back 10 metres out from the post. Jack Teambit is coming on for York, replaced by Massi Matongo.
York City Knights interchange there. On the field, number 8, 12 by Hooper Street, third company.
So Halifax showing potential in attack once again. Antrobus trying to show his potential again. And Halifax finally bringing down to Will Oakes. Teammate just on the field. And a Wakefield player. And Ellis, another deep kick downfield, and unless it goes up against the post, which it won't, it go out of play. So Halifax will come back to the 20 metre line for that one. Oh, that club Walmsley, wrong foot in the defence, still running. Did go forwards, but ran more yards sideways, but it's made Halifax meters. Saltonstall goes, and the Halifax supporters think he received a high tackle there, but Ben Thaler not listening and letting Halifax continue as they get to halfway. Joe Keys, well, look at this time, comes back inside to Roberts. Roberts gets it away to Murray to Ed Barber, who's come on for Halifax. Ed Barber, well, tried the handoff. They got carried over the touch line. Well, they kept him up in the air. Joe Keys complaining to the referee, and so is Brandon Moore. Well, it's still 6 points all, 19 minutes gone. And Halifax will line up to defend again. I think the run from Tangata deserved a little better earlier. It was through the defence, step 3 defenders. The final pass going forward. Halifax without the ball again as York tackled 5 metres from halfway. Teamby tackled just inside Halifax half by Murray and Roberts. Harris running at the line. Glover running against Ed Barber, but there's plenty of reinforcements there in defence for Halifax. They try to stop this latest York assault. Thompson gets it away to Ellis. Ellis out to Marsh. Marsh to Antrobus. He'll fancy his chances down that far side again. And he almost got through again as well, but Halifax were there to bring him down, but Halifax on their own line with work to do. Marcus stopped to drove that one up, or Dick Rowan and Dixon rather. Ellis kicks off the side of the foot and it's cleared up. Hopefully for Halifax, but again having to come out of their own red zone. That's a high tackle. So a piggyback penalty out of a dangerous position for Halifax. And a good clearing kick into touch from Keys brings Halifax to the just beyond the 30-metre line in their half of the field. Barber to Tangata, and Gwaze has dropped the ball. He's only just come on the field. Woodburn Hall's dropped it, and York have got a massive advantage. Well, they only need somebody there, and somebody's off in the bin from the Halifax side. Louis Jouffre. Rody's tried to slow it down, but got caught by the referee. So will York go for a penalty to take the lead, or will they try and put the pressure on against the 12-man Halifax? Jouffre. Well, he's out now. There'll be a couple of minutes on the clock when he returns. And York have decided they've got the power to overpower the 12 men of Halifax. Back to the 10-metre line as Teamby was held up over the line. Halifax moving out. They don't want to slip up this time. They've got to make the tackles count. They're going out to the left-hand side again, and Thompson with a strong run, but Halifax with a strong defence on their own goal line this time. Looks as though Thompson has seen a gap there. Now back to the other side of the field, but the drop-off pass, and they're going again to that left-hand side where the first tackle was brushed away. Ellis gets it away to Teamby, and Teamby is over for the try. Halifax punished for their indiscretions.
Try stop there. Sponsored by the Food Common Man Social Club. The number 10, Jack Teamby.
Well, I'm not sure who will be. Well, it's Ellis that's still nearest Halifax post, so we'll continue with the kicks for York, but Halifax unable to stop Teamby as he stormed through the defensive line there. And that just raw power. It's not about 13 against 12. He ran into that and through the Halifax forwards, put the ball down. Halifax behind again. How long for this time? And down to 12 men. And Jouffre, key part of Halifax's attack, sitting out the next 9 minutes or so. While Ellis looks to put the 6-point lead back in place for the York City Knights. Dispatches that one over the stand, the right hand side. So York have the lead again, 12 points to 6. Kevin Leroy's off the bench and warming up for Halifax. Maybe a first half introduction, but that for Halifax all started when Titus Guaze maybe didn't expect the ball, dropped it cold, and a big advantage. Harris taking the risk of passing across the face of his post then. But Halifax still up to make the tackle. Need to make some more, guard side does. But York 35 metres out from their own line up to now. Clarkson takes it forward, the former Leeds Rhino. Ellis out to Teambay, and Teambay brushes away from Titus Guaze. Tackled by Tangata and Meret. Short pass to the left hand side from Jubb. Halifax waiting in defence. Ben Thaler signals the last tackle again. Ellis up into the air, testing Woodburn Hall. Oh, the pressure on Woodburn Hall, and it could be another York try. Well, I'm not quite sure what's going on. Oh, I am now. Halifax have another man in the sin bin. Lachlan Walmsley is going for 10 minutes. Surely now there must be a thought of a 2 points, but they're not entertaining that. Here comes Team B again. Halifax are going to have to work extra hard in defence now. 2 men down. And another score. Oh, and could be problems here. Ellis gets it away to Mars, and Halifax just don't have the numbers out wide. So Marsh extends the York lead again, and Halifax down to 11 men are going to struggle with 11. Kermond is back on. Obviously a dislocated finger. Porter will come back to sit on the bench. So Ellis to convert to make it essentially a 3-score game. Successful conversion is going to make it 18-6. And even if Halifax can compete in this game, it's going to wear the 11 players out that they've got with 8 minutes to go to half time. 16 points to 6 down, and Ellis, well, he doesn't miss many, and he hasn't missed that one. 3 for 3 from Ellis makes it York City Knights 18, Halifax 6. Well, they can't afford to miss tackles now because there's going to be extra York players around the field, and there's going to be some bigger openings as well if Halifax don't do the work in defence. Glover underneath it. Goes into Roberts and Tangata. Here comes Team Bet. Halifax won't want to let him get into his full step. He's got over the 30 metre line though. Kermond gets over the 40. Halifax. There's lots of space to that left hand side, which is where they're going. Halifax need to slide across, and Marsh, he's caught by the defence 9 metres inside Halifax half, and Ellis screaming for the ball, and going forward. Dixon, chip over the top, knows there'll be space at the back, and Woodburn Hall is going to have to run it out of his own in goal area. He's managed to make it safe. Halifax, well, how do you create an overlap when you have a two-man disadvantage? Well, maybe start by getting a penalty which gets them out of their own half again. Very low penalty count. Halifax will be looking to keep the ball for as much as they can of what's left up to half time. Garside running into 3, 5 metres from halfway. Guaze. We're making the York defenders work. Leroy with some fire coming on and driving the ball over the 30 metre line. Brandon Moore, almost through the gap. Brandon Moore holding off the York defence. Joe Keys gets it to Woodburn Hall to Barber, and Ed Barber Joe Keys, a little chip through, but it bounces into the hand. Actually, one was still on there. Looks like Will Colcott that was sin-binned, the second Halifax player sin-binned. Zoufre's back on, but Halifax are still a man down. But they were still threatening there. And York managing to get the ball up to the 30 metre line. Halifax showing signs that they're still alive and kicking and ready to attack given the opportunity. But that kick for Keys falling into the York hands. Last tackle. And it's gone back to Ellis. York have decided to run it. Halifax could be caught here, but there's a kick downfield which Woodburn Hall goes back to retrieve and then passes it across to Walmsley. Well, Walmsley nowhere really to go. Woodburn Hall skipping the first, gets it away to Joe Keys, but the ball goes to ground. Well, Halifax trying to create something. Adam Tangata is off the field. James Woodburn Hall is on the field, literally on the floor, in quite some discomfort by the look of it. Well, Halifax a bit adventurous, trying to keep the ball alive. Joe Keys just not able to get hold of the offload. But a breaking play might benefit Halifax, who can just rest a minute while Halifax fullback's being seen to. Some air into the lungs. Bernal helped back to his feet by the Halifax doctor. And goes straight into the scrum by the look of it. Bernal. When they finally get it in the right place. Off the back of the scrum, Harris trying to tease the Halifax defence, but they get back. Well, they're up to 12 this time. Can they prevent York getting over the line again? York are pushing forward. Ellis gets his pass away. York almost on the Halifax line. They're calling out for the left again. Thompson gets it away to Harris. Oh, Harris has thrown it into the hand of Walmsley. And well, Walmsley's on his way. There's a chaser after him. It's Joe Brown and Walmsley. Well, he's strolling from halfway for his second as Lachlan Walmsley, but Harris tried the Hail Mary pass over the top. The Halifax would be lighting defenders on the outside. Lachlan Walmsley, well, he must have been confident that Porter was going to get nowhere near him, but for all his effort he was getting closer. But Walmsley slowed down when he knew that the 4 points were in the bag. With his second try of the afternoon. So Joe Keys in front of the post to bring Halifax back to within 6 points. Thankfully, Lachlan Walmsley has left him a kick that he should be able to put over with his slippers on, but no guarantees nowadays. Joe Keys has put the ball over the York City uprights, and James Wood-Bernal receiving some treatment again from the Halifax medical staff, and you probably could say that's against the run of play. Halifax still with 12 men, and the long pass from Harris was there for Walmsley to pick out of the air. Zoufre losing his footing as he caught the ball. Leroyer charges it back, but it's a good chase by the York defence. The tackle made on the 10-metre line. Titus Guaze running against the defence and still trying to keep the legs pumping. Roberts takes it 30-metre line. Kyle Wood on as a replacement. Ed Barber goes inside. Glover dragging the shirt. Guaze will have another run at the York defence. Takes it over halfway, 5 metres into York territory. Ben Thaler indicates the last tackle. So Joe Keys, he hasn't gone for the kick. He's got inside Brandon Moore, and if Moore can get there, surely he's over the line. And Joe Keys has totally outplayed the defence with a brilliant bit of individual skill. The York City Knights dropping back for the kick, which Halifax have used on the last tackle all the first half, and Joe Keys saw a gap, I'll go on my own, went through it, and Brandon Moore following him, reading the script, and Brandon Moore has given a try which has brought Halifax right back into this game. And 12-man Halifax have hit back with 2 tries. to put themselves right back in this game. What a scintillating piece of play from Joe Keys at his best, and there were a few fists being shaken in frustration in the York defence at letting that try in, and Joe Keys has added on the extras that makes it York City Knights 18, Halifax Panthers 18. Well, it didn't look good for Halifax when they went down to 11 men and conceded a try. But Halifax is showing a real spirit to get back into this game. Long, deep kick has disappeared over the goal line. And I think that was James Glover that did that. Put the ball straight out on the full. It's a penalty to Halifax. And with the clock showing 42 minutes and 16 seconds, although there have been a couple of stoppages for Danny Kermond injury. And James Woodburn-Hall as Leroy drives it in again, trying to punch holes in this defence. Keys to Jouffre, round the back to Woodburn-Hall. Woodburn-Hall's done it again. It's an exact copy of the try he scored last week. He left Jamie Ellis on the floor and skirted through the York defence. 2 tries in 2 weeks in exactly the same fashion for James Woodburn-Hall. Wow, 3 tries in 10 minutes for Halifax. And they're in the lead for the first time. Well, I thought it was going to be a tight game, this one, but 22-18 in the first half. More scintillating play from Halifax as they ripped through with fullback Woodburn-Hall. Jamie Ellis went out, couldn't make the tackle, and was left watching Woodburn-Hall arc his way through the defence. And Joe Keys' most difficult kick of the afternoon so far. We'll struggle with that one. It's missed the target, but Halifax are back in the lead. 22 points to 18 against the York City Knights. Well, at 18 points to 6 down, Halifax looked down and out, but well, the mark of a good team is how you pull yourself back, and Halifax have done that brilliantly in the last 10 minutes. Glover's off again. This one's stopping on the ground. Woodburn lets it bounce off him. The hooter's gone for half time, and Saltonstall will be tackled on a pulsating first half, which has gone in Halifax's favour. Even down to 11 men, Halifax were never disheartened after they let team be over for the try. Harris opened the scoring, nipping in behind the Halifax defence from a kick through to touchdown, make it 4-0 with Ellis converting, and then Walmsley managed to get in. Keys converted, 6 points all, and then Teamby powering his way over under the post for Ellis to convert his second. And then when Halifax were down again, Marsh managed to get over. There were just no numbers for Halifax, who were down to 11 men. Ellis converted 18-6, and York looked to be cruising, but then Halifax, with Walmsley's interception, started a comeback. Walmsley going 80 metres and managing to outpace Joe Brown his way to the line. Conversion by Keys made it 18-12. Brandon Moore followed up Joe Keys. Brilliant run through the middle, catching the York defence to score under the post, with Keys converting to make it 18 points all. And then James Woodburn did what he did last week at this year and cut the arc, left Jamie Ellis clutching thin air, and went on the arc, round through the defence and over for a try that put Halifax in the lead, 22 points to 18. Joe Keys just couldn't convert, but at 22 points to 18, that'll give Halifax massive hope for the second half, even more so because they'll be back to 13 then. All lined up for a cracking second half after a great first half. Halifax Panthers 22, York City Knights 18. So Halifax keen to enter the field, no doubt after that second 20 minutes of the first half. They're leading the York City Knights by 22 to 18. An incredible 10 or 15 minutes in that second half. Well, Halifax went down to 11 men, went down by 12 points, and somehow managed to pull themselves back into the game and lead 22 points to 18 going off at half time. High lofted kick, Salton comes for it, loses it, but it goes backwards. Jouffre is going to have to be sensible and go to ground with the ball. Well, Salton was charging in at that one. It was I've only just found out he was the second man that was simbing for Halifax. I saw Walmsley leaving the field initially. It was confirmed at half time as Salton. Joe Keys is off again, trying to get through the York defence. They were backing off, and eventually realised what he was up to. Woodburn drops it off to Kevin Leroy. Kick down behind the defence doesn't cause the problems they were hoping for. And Brown picks it up, brings it back. Well, somebody's long winning run is going to come to an end this afternoon, and Halifax won't want it to be theirs, but they're going to have to stop giving penalties away. Not giving too many away, but it's anyone's probably one too many for Simon Griggs, because it's put him in a good position with Clarkson 5 metres inside the Halifax half. Will Jubb moves up to dummy half, gets it away to Ronan Dixon, and Dixon takes it up another 10 metres. Team bet pushed Moore off, but Brandon Moore did enough just to hold on until Leroy got there to finish the tackle. Ellis juggles with the ball, manages to retain it and then get it out, and here comes Antrobus trying to spin out of the tackles. Well, plenty of strength. He needed Garside to finish him off. Antrobus playing for the penalty, I think, there. Ellis gets it away, it goes behind Harris. It's picked up by Glover, and Glover pushes Jouffre out of the way. Last tackle. Harris with a kick, it's not very deep, and Walmsley had enough to get over in the air, and York have taken Walmsley out of play. And a bit of afters going on there as well, I think. But York will come back to the centre of the field, 10 metres out from the Halifax line. Well, not the best of kicks. But they didn't need the best of kicks when they had tackles like that took Kurt Walmsley over the touchline. So York with the first real opportunity of the second half. Will Jubb stop 3 metres out. Halifax with work to do. Ellis goes one way, then the other, then back around where he started from. No real advantage. And York attacking Halifax line with Kermond still trying to go forward, and Kermond then being driven backward by the Halifax defence. Coming back to centre field. Thompson running across the Halifax defence and finding no way through. Kyle Wood, the initial contact. Barber finishing off the tackle. Harris gets it away. Ellis to Marsh. Marsh steps. Marsh goes for the line and he's held by the Halifax defence. Antrobus might fancy a chance on his own, but he passes it out to Ellis. Ellis kicks through, aiming for the post, and in the in-goal area, Ed Barber gets it, but didn't have the option to get out of danger there. So York will get another opportunity from the dropout. They'll get possession. Five minutes gone in the second half. Halifax not in a particular rush, I don't think, to get the ball back to the Knights players. And Keys kicking probably against the slight breeze that's going right to left. And Thompson gets it back to the Halifax 30 metre line. Jubb. Dixon gets it on. Halifax come out to make the tackle. Moore comes in as a third man to make sure the legs are stopped as Roberts and Guaze make the initial tackle. Harris threatened to kick and that went forward, so that'll be Halifax possession. That's well, it looked as though there was another move on there because one of the York attackers had actually set off to run inside and towards the post, and I think possibly expected a kick through again from Harris. But Harris opted for the pass, and it obviously confused his own teammates because the ball went forward. Halifax getting the possession back, but it's what they can do with it from their own 10 metre line. Jouffre, safety first, stepping inside, just trying to keep hold of the ball. They're calling for a knock on there, the York supporters. Saltonstall into 4 players. No risky pass coming out from Saltonstall. Kyle Wood in at dummy half, gives it to Leroya, and Leroya offloads to Wood. Guaze gets the pass away. York players and supporters shouting for a forward pass. Guaze drives it forward, keeps the legs going, gets to halfway. Jouffre to Leroya. Last tackle. Kyle Wood finds Jouffre. He puts a chip over the top and gets taken out, and Marsh. Well, Jouffre was injured but managed to be in the right place on the floor to stop Marsh as he set off through the Halifax defence with a return. Antrobus driving up towards halfway. York looking determined in the opening minutes of this second half, and almost a missed tackle there, but Kyle Wood managing to hold on until Guaze got there. Harris gets it out to Thompson. Thompson caught on the 30 metre line. York moving forward with a lot of purpose and momentum at the moment. Harris gets it to Ellis. Ellis will try and go on his own, but Halifax managed to bring him down. Possibly another kick, but they want to kick. Oh, Clarkson's taken it. I'm not sure why Clarkson's finished up with it, but Marsh has kicked it, and Woodburn Hall will fall to the ground with the ball. York will exchange it. Oh, will turn it over close to the Halifax try line again. Well, not the easiest of jobs taking the ball away from your own line. You've done it a lot so far of Halifax, and that one didn't look too good. Walmsley looking for a way through, almost finding it. But Halifax are still in their red zone. Good defence by York. Leroya takes it up 10 metres. That's good metres from Kevin Leroya. Halifax need them now. Quasi to Jouffre. Jouffre turns it back inside to Garside. Garside looked for Woodburn, just couldn't get the pass away. It's the last tackle. Kyle Wood finds Joe Keys, and Keys looks for space down the field. Hopefully it'll stop in the in-goal area, and it does. And Halifax are up there, and Joe Keys makes a great tackle on Joe Brown. Halifax have lost it again. They've missed the tackle. And Marsh, the fullback, again causing problems for the Halifax defence, and Halifax still have men coming back. Well, they really need to watch this fullback. Marsh is threatened to bring the ball back from the last kick return, only to find Jouffre on the floor in his way, and almost went through there as well. So nervous times for Halifax. 10 minutes gone in the second half. The last tackle again. Harris out towards the touchline. Well, it's holding up in the wind, and Harris has got it back. And Joe Keys is probably going to have to save, and does save Halifax's bacon by getting back in goal and touching it down. Walmsley looked to have it covered, and then decided to pull out at the last minute. Maybe it's the wind that's swirling that's a problem for the Halifax defence with the ball. But Joe Keys is back on his feet, but Halifax will find themselves in the same position, and that's defending another York kick, another York challenge. Brown, determined run, excellent kick return. It's not Brownson. Porter's back on for York. Former York Acorn player. Ellis looking for runners. Harris, Clarkson forced into a pass with the pressure from Wood, and York might have numbers on that far side. Kermond stepped out of the first tackle. Referee says get up and play the ball. Dixon brought down 9 metres away. Halifax still clinging by the fingernails to this 4-point lead. Can they hang on to it? Harris has managed to get over, and I think the target then was it's James Woodburn Hall that's down, but I think they might have been looking around for Joe Keys with him just being injured. But it's Roberts, last man up, of his knees for Halifax. Second try for Liam Harris. Jamie Ellis now contending with a breeze that's getting stronger and stronger as the game progresses. And Tangata back on his feet, I think, and ready to come back on. Dan Murray's on his feet, but not still got the bib on, so he's not ready to come back on at the moment. Kevin Leroyer looks like he's leaving the field, so that Tangata can turn. So Jamie Ellis seemed to be taking a long time. Lining up this kick, can he find the mark? He has done. So the lead back with the York City Knights. 24, Halifax Panthers 22. Halifax playing catch up again. There's a lot of pressure put on in the opening 14-15 minutes by York, and here they come again with some strong, purposeful running. Halifax putting a defensive wall there, but they're still making it over the advantage line. Thompson, the man with Super League experience with Castleford, 4 years. Castleford had played over 100 games at Hull, did Jordan Thompson. So he knows what it takes to be with the best. Halifax have done the best this time, and the 5 metres inside Halifax half. Back to Harris for the kick. Woodburn Hall will pick it up, and he knows the chase is going to be there, but Woodburn Hall only just stopped by the grab of Clarkson on his shirt. Then Saltonstall into Will Jubb and finishing up with 4 York defenders round him, but still making it over the 30-metre line. Titus Guaze is replaced by Dan Murray. Ben Tibbs takes the ball inside. I just saw Ben Thaler give Halifax another 6 tackles. Tangata wants to get up and play it quickly. Dan Murray taking it forward. Halifax now edging towards the York line, Garside. There's Ellis in the tackle, but the numbers are there for York. Woodburn Hall, Murray drives it up to the line. It's last tackle, hand in the air from Ben Thaler, who stood underneath the York City Knights post. Can Halifax make this one count? Keys with a kick into the in-goal area, and now it's Halifax's turn to get the ball back from the drop out under the post. Looking for a quick response to that York score. Let's put them 24 points to 22 in the lead. Big kick, Walmsley underneath it. Hesitated again initially and waited for the ball to bounce. I think it was Ellis with a dropout. Probably not gone as far as he would have liked it to. So Tangata will run it back off Kyle Wood's short pass. Joe Keys, Jouffre into the line. Over the top, Saltonstall will take it. Goes back inside, meandering along the line, gets the pass away, and Halifax are they over. Held up over the line. Well, Saltonstall really had no right to go as far as he did, but it nearly resulted in another Halifax try. Barber must have played the ball. Tangata's going to have another go at that line. Halifax looking to open up a little bit of space in this. Well, there's a chance there, and Dan Murray has somehow got the ball down. There was amid the silence, there was a lone shout from a Halifax player in jubilation at the try, and Ben Thaler had a look, and Dan Murray has put the lead back in Halifax's favour. Third try of the season for Dan Murray. And like Team be close to the line, hard and strong, gets the ball down. Halifax retake the lead. It's York City Knights 24, Halifax 26. 18 minutes gone in the second half. Well, it's just about everything as this game. It's had entertainment and skill, it's had power, and also a little bit of controversy, I suppose, when Halifax were down to 11 men, but they've managed to regroup, and no problem for Joe Keys this time. So York City Knights 24, Halifax 28. 4-point game, and it's anybody's at the moment, it really is. Halifax spent the first 15 minutes defending their own line, and have somehow got to the other end of the field. Dan Murray's off again, but he's not going to go very far from there. York defenders piling in on top of him on the 10-metre line. Walmsley gets it away to Tangata, and Tangata makes 10 metres. That's all Halifax can ask for at the minute, to try and get metres away from their own line. Roberts doing the same as he carries up a little bit further towards the Halifax 40. Joe Keys is off again. Joe Keys through the middle again. Joe Keys has Jouffre with him on the right hand side, but he's taken the tackle. There were defenders coming back for York City Knights. Ed Barber looking for a way through. Well, looks like Barber might have lost it over the line. He saw the gap very late and went for it. Just what would have been if Joe Keys would have got the ball to Louis Jouffre there. A couple of York defenders coming back, so whether Jouffre would have got there, I'm not sure, but Keys taking the tackle after another scintillating break through the defence from Joe Keys. And Halifax need to put the pressure on. They know how far York can come away from their own red zone with the ball. Here we go again with Marsh. It really is like an extra forward. So that was Will Oakes, not Marsh. So all with plenty of power in this York side. And again, they're over halfway. Ellis gets it to Thompson. Thompson to Harris, out wide to Marsh. York going the full width of the field, but not making too many metres forward. Porter gets to the 30-metre line. Last tackle again. Thompson one side. Harris will go for the kick again. He's going towards the touchline. Woodburn Hall will not shun the work. Goes up for it. Brings it down. No option for the City Knights defence to do any real damage this time, as Sol gets to the 20-metre line, gets up and plays it quickly. Kyle Wood out to Walmsley, and Walmsley trying to hold down Ellis there. Jouffre to Saltonstall, hitting it up into the forward. Saltonstall Kyle Wood to Keys. Jules Frey gets a great ball away to Barber. And every pass is called forward, but it's a penalty to Halifax. Indiscretion by York. Can Halifax punish them from the 30-metre line, which is where play will begin? The ball was put out. Ed Barber gives it to Ollie Roberts, and Roberts driving the legs, brought down eventually. Joe Keys to Tangata, who'll take into the York defence, and once again an extra metre or two, the legs keep driving in the tackle. Joe Keys, great long ball out to Woodburn Hall. Woodburn Hall to Walmsley. Walmsley in for the hat-trick. Well, the York had options of overlaps with the two-man advantage in the first half when Harris threw the pass to the wrong side and Walmsley intercepted it and went almost the length of the field. Well, Halifax created it this time by drawing the York defence into the middle, leaving Walmsley unopposed on the outside. Great pass from Woodburn Hall, showing his standoff skills there, which is where he played for the London Broncos. But a great pass and a walk-in for Lachlan Walmsley, which gives Halifax an 8-point lead. York City Knights 24, Halifax 32. And 16 minutes to go. So 56 points so far. And still plenty of time for more. Kick from Keys has gone over. And the lead goes to 10 points. York City Knights 24. Halifax Panthers 34. And 15 and a half minutes left. That one could bounce awkwardly. Saltonstall's knocked it on. Nobody put a name on it and nobody moved forward. Well, there should have been somebody coming forward to claim that one, not letting it, never let a rugby ball bounce, but Halifax did. And may have put themselves in a dangerous position now with York with a scrum. Harris feeds it on the 10 metre line and then drops off the back of the scrum, fires the pass out. Marsh wrestling with Walmsley, but Halifax are offside. So York will start again on the 10 metre line with a penalty this time. Deciding what to do. Porter gets absolutely hammered by the Halifax defence, who have well, I think they've pushed him back a metre. It's going to take a few more efforts like that to keep York away. Ellis to Harris, Harris out to Marsh, Marsh to Antrobus, and the claims of a high shot from Saltonstall. Well, I think the City Knight supporters did as much to benefit their players there. It didn't look too high from Saltonstall. It was high, but I think it was around the chest. So they're going to go again from the 10 metre line. Ellis gives it inside. Halifax defending on their own line. Jubb goes from dummy half. Halifax hold him up. Well, they've got over the line and somehow Garside looks like he need himself in the process, but Halifax need him back on his feet. Because they need every man they can in the defensive line. Thompson gets the pass away. Ellis, long pass out, looking to the outside again. Marsh gets the flip inside. The winger Brown there. Halifax still on their own line. York still pushing for point. 8 points down. Harris gets it away, but Halifax managed to make the tackle. Last one. Harris and the rest of the York teammates, they're pointing left and they're going left. Ellis gets the short ball away to Clarkson, and Halifax have done a tremendous job of keeping York at bay this time. Well, they shouldn't really have been at this end of the field after making the error and letting the ball bounce. The knock-on gave York the possession and the territory. Thankfully, they've not done anything with it this time. But where will Halifax finish up at the end of their tackles?